So I would like to welcome our keynote speaker, radio talk show host, VP of Sales, and most importantly, storyteller, Scott Lee.
By the way, who stayed at the Holiday Inn Express last night? No, I didn't see anybody on the treadmill this morning because there's one treadmill in the middle, and I've never seen this before, in the middle of the workout facility. In other words, if you walk in there, and if you go back there tonight, walk in, you walk around the treadmill in the middle of the room. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. That is complete. It makes no sense to me. So I'm riddled with ADD, so I spent the entire time on the treadmill thinking, who would do this? Who would put the treadmill in the middle of the workout facility? You know, and I'm sitting there thinking, I've got to talk to a group of 150, 200 people, and I'm completely focused on this treadmill in the middle of the room, which is completely weird. But I did think about one guy, the number one salesman of all time. My other son, Austin here, was at a baseball practice, and I walked in, and I heard his coach say, without determination, you're average. And I reached in my jacket, and I carry this paper all the time with me in my little tool vest, and I wrote down, without determination, you're average. And my son got in the car. Before I could say a word, my son looked at me and goes, Dad, without determination, you're average. I'd like you to write that down if you got a pen in the theater here. Who carries a pen with them in a movie theater? I don't know, but I'd like you to write that down. Without determination, you're average. And as you write it down, I actually want you to pick out and circle the word that jumps out at you. Is it without? There's really two words in there. How many of you think the word in there is determination? How many of you think the word's average? Impressive. I asked my son that question. I said, which one matters most? And he goes, determination, Dad. No one's more determined than me. Look at him. He's determined. I'm determined, Dad. I said, well, that's not the one that's going to motivate you. It's average, which, by the way, is probably the worst word in existence. How's your sales rep? He's average. How's your company? Average. How's your date last night? Average. How's your speaker? Excellent. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Average is the worst. Who wants to be the average? Oh, sure, people can survive average. I mean, there's people surviving all over the world. There's companies surviving their average. There's reps that are surviving their average. Everybody can survive as average. But average is the worst ever to be. Average is horrible, and it drives us to make changes. There's a parent moment for you. You know, what do? Let's go get him. Come on. This is impossible. He knows he's not Spider-Man. Let's go take care of him. Rip his arms off. Beat him to death with them. You know, it's just, you know, what do you do at that moment? Like, okay, you know, all right. Look, he believed in his story, right? He absolutely believed in it 100%. Thank you. You guys are a great audience. Follow me on the story feed, and I'll send you some stories. Thank you.